Hey, doctor, these are the patients who will be calling you today.
Hello? What? No, I can't remember. What? Your mother? Which one is your mother? Wait, hang on, this one. Hello? Hello? 你叫什么名？等一下先。No 啦，哎呦，啊 ？No。哎呀 ，hang on 啊。Hello? Yeah. No. The blue one is enough. Chop. Why don't we do it like this? You can join me on a live show where we can chat about this and that. I will try my very best to answer all of your questions. All of your questions answered by this A Doctor. Hey, so come join me on my show on the A Doctor Facebook page. Come and ask me, A Doctor this, A Doctor that. I will answer this, I will answer that. You.
My food philosophy is this. If there is a little bit of carbs on the side, maybe some protein, meat or fish, maybe some vegetables, and if there's sambal on the side, even better.
Live to eat. Because I'm a big foodie, to be honest. I would literally travel miles and miles just to have good food.
We are what we eat, so I will go as fresh as possible. I will take fresh food. That means I will avoid processed and preserved food.
For me personally, I take food very seriously. I always love to explore about food. I also love to learn more about food.
Unfortunately, I've heard it before, but it's just something that I've never got interest much about it. Mainly because I don't see the need of plant-based dieting. Also. There's a lot of other food out there, that's really good.
Plant-based dieting. No, I can't say for certain that I know what it is.
Plant-based diet for me is really on to include more fiber in our daily meal, in our daily routine.
Yes, I have heard of plant-based. I have a few friends doing plant-based diet. Plant-based is basically you are taking food that is derived from plants, which is something like vegetable, fruits and nuts.
Okay. Never got the question before because that's a bit tough. Because I always thought all of these three things are pretty similar. But what I know, veganism and vegetarians are different. What I understand that some vegans don't eat certain food and some vegetarians don't eat certain food as well. But there's a certain grey area in those kinds.
Oh, it all sounds the same to me. No, I can't say for sure that I know.
Yes, there's a slight difference. For vegetarian, you will still consume byproducts of animals, which is like eggs and dairy. But for plant-based and vegan, you do not consume byproducts of animals. That means you don't even take honey, dairy or eggs.
For me personally, I think vegan and vegetarian is really discluding meat totally, because they see, like especially vegan, they see the harm of having farming animals and all those stuff. So they really want to disclude meat totally in their routine diet. And for plant-based diet is really more to include more in our daily meal of fiber and vitamins.
Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of A Doctor. We are live on Facebook and YouTube tonight. So don't forget to do all the usual things for Facebook and YouTube to like, share, subscribe, and become a member. I don't know. Yeah. So welcome. As you have seen from the trailer, we are going to be discussing a plant-based diet now. The plant-based diet, do you know what it is? Do you know what it involves? Are you interested in starting a plant-based diet? We have two guests with me today. So I'm going to introduce them. Ladies first. First of all, we have Miss Chai Mong Ping. Welcome to the show. Mong Ping is a trained dietitian, so she knows what she's talking about. And not only that, she is a volunteer for Suchi, okay, where of course, if you are aware, they have a lot of plant-based dieting members. So I think you really know how to sort of advise on starting and perhaps maintaining a plant-based diet. And I think you have also seen quite a number of people who practice a plant-based diet as well.
Yeah.
So welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
And on my left, Mr. Thomas Tan, who is a plant-based diet practitioner. He is also a plant farmer, so you grow your own vegetables as well?
I do.
Yeah, and at one stage you were selling them.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I have to make a full disclaimer. This guy also happens to be my brother. Yeah, so it's like
Hello.
when he turned vegetarian, I don't know what my mother was thinking also. What was Ma think? What did Ma say when you turned vegetarian?
I don't think she was too pleased.
She's watching now, you know. Yeah, okay. So welcome everybody to the show. Now, okay, as always, I want to have a little bit of interaction with you all. So, first questions first. One of my guests here likes Totoro and lives in Kelana Jaya. And one of my guests here, I need to think of a fact, went to a school called Garden. So which one is which? Please put your comments on FB, YouTube, etc., and we will go through that. If you get it correct, maybe there might be a prize. Maybe, I don't know. Producer, is there a prize? Yeah, maybe. Okay, so maybe I'll start with you, Mong Ping. You saw actually there people talking about plant-based dieting and their food philosophy. There seems to be a wide variety of perceptions towards plant-based dieting. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you saw in the video?
I think many people they confuse what's the difference between the vegan, vegetarian diet and plant-based diet. And some people even thought that the vegetarian diet won't be so healthy because and limited choice. Like Chinese believe that just tauhu veggie only.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
actually, if you learn study further, you know there are many variety of plant-based food. Even in Malaysia, you can also find many different types of vegetarian diet or plant-based food in Malaysia.
I think later on in your presentation
Yes.
also you'll go through what are the differences between
Yeah,
some
sure.
of vegan versus vegetarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
So Thomas Tan, are you vegan? Are you vegetarian? Or are you sometimes a tarian?
Yeah, so I mean the primary motivation for me to adopt the plant-based diet was more from an environmental perspective. I did try to go inverted commas all out, be vegan, but sadly that only lasted for a couple of months.
Yeah.
But glad to say that I've been vegetarian for the past 1.5 years.
Yeah. During MCO, nothing to do, go and eat plants.
Yeah, more or less.
And it all started with a Netflix show, isn't it?
No.
Huh?
No. Contrary to what people might think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's game changes, there's Seaspiracy, but no, it didn't really sort of stem from that.
Oh, okay. I always thought you were, you were vegetarian because of Netflix, but okay, never mind. We will talk a little bit more about that. Now, so introduce a bit more about yourself, and then to sort of discuss what is the difference between vegan, vegetarian, plant-based. Can you eat eggs? Can you eat dairy? Can you eat fish? Or can you sometimes be, can you not be? Do you want to run us through that?
Yeah, sure. So basically, a plant-based diet is majority of the food is consists of plant food.
Yeah.
Plant food only. But sometimes they will eat a small amount of like animal product or animal food. We call like legumes, nuts and seeds, whole grains, fruits. I'm sorry. Some is animal food. For example, like dairies, eggs, meat,
Yeah.
poultry, fish.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes. So that's why you sometimes you see some terms we call flexitarian
Yeah.
and also
Yeah.
pescatarian, and also sometimes they call themselves as a semi-vegetarian. This
Okay.
one you can see actually they are not totally taking the food plant food, but sometimes they will take a small amount of animal food. They
Okay.
call themselves as plant-based diet.
So that's plant-based diet.
Yeah.
Plant-based is just that you eat a lot of vegetables, but once in a while you will eat
Yes.
animal products lah.
But
Okay.
vegan they totally exclude all the animal food.
Yes.
So they just take the plant-based food only.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's not just that, it's also a lifestyle, isn't it? I think you're not supposed to have, like, let's say, leather wallet or something like that as well. Is that true? Maybe. But totally, like, so even things like honey, which is animal-based, for vegan is a big...
Yeah, vegan is no.
It's a big no-no, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that's really, really very, very strict. Yeah. And then a vegetarian, would you say, is something in the middle, in the middle of plant-based and...
Yeah, I can say so. It's a middle. And then it's more acceptable by the public. Because some people, they think that vegan is they got diet restriction. They cannot take this, cannot take that. So they think it's quite difficult to apply in their life.
Okay, yeah, it's not too easy, isn't it? I
Yes.
suppose, yeah. But you are also vegan yourself? Would you classify
I
yourself
cannot
as
call
a
myself
vegan?
as vegan because vegan, they not only they avoid the animal food, they also avoid the animal product like lettuce, silk.
Silk
They
as
also
well. Wow,
don't use this
okay.
product.
Okay.
So I can only
okay.
say I call myself as a practitioner for a plant-based diet.
Practitioner for a plant-based
Yeah.
diet. Okay. So when you say you're a practitioner for a plant-based diet, do you eat any animal products at all?
Since last year, I think maybe due to the MCO also lah. I got an opportunity to learn more about the whole food plant-based diet. So starting from September last year, I tried to avoid all the dairy product and also egg.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Until now, I still alive.
Wow, you still alive? I like that. Okay lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hope everyone can try.
Yeah. And nice and slim also.
Yes.
Nice and slim also. Okay. Now, Tom, share with us your story because, like, obviously, yeah, what was your inspiration for moving towards a plant-based diet, despite what our mother thinks? And yeah, what type of food do you eat, and why do you have a farm? So you have pictures on the screen of Tom's vegetable farm where he was growing loads and loads and loads of vegetables. At one time, he was selling them to a restaurant. So Tom, tell us a bit more about your story.
Yep. So as alluded to earlier, this was really environmental perspective to reduce carbon footprint. And really the motivation behind growing my own vegetables was really to save that trip to the supermarket, right? All in the same vein of reducing carbon emissions and the fact that I try as much as possible to grow organically as well, displace the need for chemical fertilizers and things like that.
Wow, so no chemical fertilizers. What is that? That's your bitter gourd.
Yeah, that's a bunch of loofah, but yeah, same
Loofah.
family as bitter gourd.
Okay, your vegetable is super huge lah. Are you sure you don't put steroids or something?
No.
Why your carrot so long one?
Yeah, but very, very slim.
Very slim. Oh, okay.
I think the carrot vegetarian.
Okay, we'll be playing a game later and you perhaps can maybe win a prize based on that. Now, we do have some questions already. Now, if you would like to connect with Thomas and his farm, maybe even buy some of his produce. You also make some produce, isn't it? Like you sell some of it and make chili sauce, etc.
Yeah.
So just Instagram purple greens my purple PURPLE greens GREENS my MY. Okay, so we do have a question here from Malo Chan. Hi, doctor. Am I meeting my protein needs with plant-based foods? So I think maybe that's an important question to answer. Mong Ping, would you like to sort of answer that?
I think most of the people they worry vegetarian diet won't provide enough protein
Mm,
because they always think that meat, chicken, and fish they are the
yeah,
main source for protein.
sure.
But actually, you can get all the essential amino acid, that means the protein, from plant-based food also. For example, you can get it from whole grains, nuts and seeds, legumes, and also fruits and vegetables. They got very small amount of protein also. So don't
Okay.
worry, as long as you get a variety of food, you have no worry about to get not enough protein in the diet.
Okay. So can you give I think you mentioned, of course, whole grains, nuts and seeds
Yes.
and things like that. Those are not that high in protein content. Are there other things that maybe they should also consider, or are there any ways that people can sort of make sure that they're getting enough protein apart from that?
Actually, you
menus?
always think that we are not enough protein, but you just sometimes we have to think, is it we taking over or maybe not enough? I think most of the Malaysians they are taking over.
Over, yeah.
I think over.
True.
You know the 24
True.
hours because of the MCO, that's why they cannot open 24 hours.
Okay.
You know, you can imagine now we're taking too much protein, especially for Malaysian. So actually, many new studies already show that we don't need so much protein in our diet. Some study even tell us that we just need lower than 10% of total calorie. This calorie should come from the protein.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because too much protein can give you a lot of problem. For example, like high cholesterol.
Yep.
Some people can get heart disease. You can imagine because you're taking too much meat, seafood to get the protein.
Yep.
So instead of taking the animal-based food, there's a healthier choice. So encourage everyone to take more plant-based protein from the natural food.
Cool. And Tom, you at one stage were look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So you were eating like 20 eggs and 3 chickens a day. And then now you've obviously slimmed down a lot, growing your own plants, etc.
Yeah.
So how do you meet your protein needs?
Yeah, and I concur largely with Miss Chai, and I certainly was a prime example of someone that was eating too much protein.
Now you say, okay.
But yeah, apart from the foods that you mentioned, I think mushrooms, fungi are a good source as well. But definitely, yeah, there is a misconception that people are just not used to seeing non-meat sources as the primary source of protein. But definitely, yeah, and even your whole grains, which are more complex nature when it comes to carbohydrates, those tend to have a higher protein content as well. So that's sort of the stuff that I take as well.
Do you get tired of eating tofu or not?
Soy-based proteins, they come in many forms. So, tempeh, tofu, different types of tofu. so far, so good.
So far, so good. Can still tahan.
Yeah.
We don't have any further audience questions. So I think maybe we'll move on to a next segment, which is to look at this, which is our plant-based game. Now, in this plant-based game, both of you will be competing.
Okay.
I'm going to mention certain food items. Don't look at the answer. Okay. I'm going to mention certain food items, and you need to say what is the benefit of each. Okay. So both of you are plant-based practitioners. Maybe you have a slight edge because you are a dietitian, but you also have an edge because you grow the stuff. Okay. So now let's begin. Okay, and the guy, the winner who gets the most correct answers, okay, I'll give you a prize.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now the first thing is citrus fruits. Can you tell me what are the benefits of having citrus fruits? Nobody knows.
It provides vitamin C. It's good for wound healing and also boosts our immune system.
Yep. Okay. Vitamin C. Okay. So I think I'll give you 1 point. Tom, you got to.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I need
Okay,
to
never
answer
mind.
to that.
It's okay. Okay, banana.
High in potassium, high in fiber.
Okay. Then I'll give you apples.
Apples give you a lot of fiber, which can prevent the constipation.
Yeah lah, this for all fruits lah. You
Yeah.
have to say specific. Okay, so
Hey, if the easy one, you let me say.
okay, so nobody going to get a point for that. Okay. The Thomas Tan laugh has come out, and I can't move on. Okay, moving on to vegetables. Kale. Kale is actually kind of like our kailan in a way, right? Okay, so anyone want to say anything? Don't look at the answer.
This one, a lot of vitamins A, B, C, D.
A, B, C, D.
Well, not D. Vitamin A, vitamin C, high in fiber as well.
Everything also high in fiber lah. Ayo. Okay, but I'll give you that because it's correct. And vitamin K as well for blood clotting. And of course folate. Spinach.
Spinach is high in vitamin A, K also. And then of course, like other green leafy vegetables will give you a lot of calcium and also iron.
Okay, yeah, I will give you that one. Tomatoes. Nobody knows.
This one is high in the red carotenoid, the lycopene.
Lycopene, yes, correct. And lycopene is good for what?
Cell support, cell damage.
Cell damage, and as well as the prostate as well. Okay, broccoli.
Broccoli is high in. It's a very good source of protein and also provide us a lot of calcium and also iron and also of course fiber.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a very good source of protein.
Okay, so now talking a bit about starchy vegetables. Okay, potatoes. I would say this is my favorite vegetable. Just now for dinner, so I had this ABC soup.
Okay.
Okay, what are the benefits of potatoes? Anyone?
Potatoes.
Nobody knows. Okay, sweet potatoes.
This one. I mean, colorful. I don't know. Does it have lots of beta carotene as well?
No lah. What beta carotene? No. Okay.
Fiber only.
Yeah, y'all. Once it goes underground, y'all don't know already. Okay.
This one is colorful.
This one is. Yeah. This one is colorful. Then how?
Beta carotene.
Beta carotene. Okay, this one correct. Yeah. Then
high in fiber again.
Everything is high in fiber lah. Yeah, what man, y'all? Okay, I'll give it to you. This one does have beta carotene. Whole grains. Okay.
This one a lot of fiber.
Of course, fiber. This is our energy source. Give you a lot of energy, and then they provide the B complex and also the fiber.
Okay.
Iron, minerals. Yes.
Higher fiber than white rice, isn't it? Rolled oats.
I think the same as what Miss Chai said, but also because these are complex carbs, so I presume can help regulate your blood sugar levels, insulin and all.
Yeah, and then they have beta glucans as well. Yimai, barley.
Barley got a lot of soluble fiber. For the soluble fiber, is very important to help us to reduce the cholesterol and also stabilize our blood sugar.
Wow! So actually, at the end of the day, Tom, you did quite well. You draw. The both of you also get 5 points.
Okay.
Okay, so that means we have to have a tiebreaker because the final one. Okay, this one important. I personally like this food myself. Okay. The tiebreaker is going to be avocado. Who can tell me what are the benefits of avocado? This one is not easy.
Avocado
high in good fat, omega-3.
Okay, yes, correct. Because it's high in good fat. So therefore, Thomas Tan, you are the winner. But how lah? You're my brother also. Later I give to you MACC. Come and catch me the prize.
Is it?
Ayo, but where's my prize? So I have got here 2 prizes. A big carrot and a small carrot. Wait, no, sorry, I have to turn it around. Okay, so because of the green screen, you can't see that these are carrots, but trust me, they are carrots. So this is yours. This is your prize.
Thank you.
And Mong Ping,
okay, thank
congratulations.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. So well done, both of you, on helping us to understand our plants a little bit more. Okay. Now, what what food is good to eat, Mong Ping, and what food should we reduce? Would you like to take us through that? Hey, what's the passcode for this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Mini Pang says all also high in fiber, correct? Okay. Okay, yeah. So would you like to take us through your slides?
Okay. So what's food good to eat? What food should we avoid? So want to change people mindset. Because normally some people, even though they're taking vegetarian diet, but they are eating unhealthy. So I want to try to debunk some myth for the plant-based food. So normally we encourage those who are taking plant-based diet to go for more unprocessed food, and then take the natural food like fruits, vegetable, the nuts and seeds, and then you can see in my PowerPoint. So because why we need to take a lot of this kind of food, because it gives you a lot of phytonutrients. Just now Thomas mentioned about like lycopene. Lycopene is inside the
Tomatoes, yeah.
It's good for prostate cancer prevention. It's one of the phytonutrients. And then antioxidant, we know this help us to fight against the free radical in our body, to prevent the tissue damage. Vitamin and minerals, of course, this one I mentioned the iron, calcium, all sorts of vitamins. You can find these nutrients in the plant food. Of course, fiber. Fiber is our friend because fiber can help us to prevent a lot of disease, no matter it's cancer or maybe some heart disease. And then another thing, okay. So this is the so-called health promoting food.
Okay.
Health promoting food.
Okay.
Whereas for the animal foods and processed food, I add on another point is processed food. Because some people they just thought that maybe vegetarian who practice vegetarian, the person who practice vegetarian just try to avoid animal food. But one thing I want to add on is processed food.
Yeah.
Because even though some people they're taking vegetarian diet, but maybe they go to McDonald's, they're taking French fries, they're taking the ice cream. They're so-called unhealthy food actually.
Yeah, lor.
Yeah. So why we should avoid this food? Because they're high in saturated fat and also cholesterol. Saturated fat and cholesterol are the main risk factor for those can easily get heart disease and also the high cholesterol problem. Trans fat also one of the risk factor for the heart disease. Sodium, sugar. Because normally if you go for a lot of processed food, they give you a lot of sugar, oils, and also sodium. That's why we not encourage people to take this disease-promoting food.
Yeah, I think it's good also that you mentioned that because I think maybe people who want to practice a plant-based diet, they end up eating loads and loads of processed carbs.
Yes,
For example, those noodles and all that kind of thing. Also no good, ma.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, okay. Do you have any more slides to go? Oh, okay.
And I just want to share you the scenario in Malaysia now. So I think some people they maybe see this food pyramid before.
Yep.
It's a 2010 version. I don't know if you can see the PowerPoint clear enough or not. I just explain a
we
little
can
bit
zoom
more.
in. Yeah.
So when we go into 2020, you just notice that you can see this. They add on another item which is water, plain water.
Oh, okay,
So
that's
the
important.
previous version they don't include the
Water.
Yeah, water.
Okay.
Because I think nowadays COVID also we encourage people to drink more water for
Drink more
prevention,
water.
also increase
Yeah.
their immune system. And then another thing is you can change. You can see the fruits and vegetable from second level already changed to the bottom
Oh, yeah, the
level.
exchange.
And then the
yeah.
grains, the cereals, the carbohydrate group, they'll change to
Shrink down.
upper
yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
So which means our government also, our MOH also encourage public to
Take
eat
more
more
plants,
fruits
yeah.
and veggies.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good
You
thing.
can see the whole grains they also reduce from 4 to 8 servings per day,
Yep.
reduced to 3 to 5 servings per day.
Yeah.
So the conclusion is we need to take more fruits and vegetables compared to the grains.
Fair enough. Okay.
And then just want to share with you some of the information. Maybe some people they're wondering, they don't know how to prepare the plant-based food. They have no idea what kind of food is good to eat is to eat or to avoid. So this is some of the resources I will share with all of you. So maybe you have any question, maybe you can go to this visit this website also.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Mong Ping, for sharing your PowerPoint slides. We do have some questions from the viewers. I'm not sure if we can get them up, but two of them are based on consuming soy protein. Will Koo is worried that taking too much soybean can increase his uric acid level, number one. And number two, Evan Koo. Evan is my friend, and he's very macho one. He looks like, he looks like, pretty decent. So he's worried that if males consume too much soybean, it will increase estrogen.
Estrogen. Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so why don't you take Will Koo's question? Eating soybeans, will it increase my uric acid level, and how?
Okay, as we know, basically high uric acid level is because the risk factor for the high uric acid problem is most probably if let's say the people is overweight. They're taking alcohol, they're taking a lot of fatty food, because the fat will inhibit the uric acid removal from our body. And then some people, they drink less water. There are many reasons. And then for food, of course, uric acid actually is one kind of protein. It's come from the protein food, especially from red meat, seafood, organ meat. They are the main source of uric acid. Whereas for the plant food, from many studies already show that actually plant-based protein actually can help those people to reduce, help them to reduce the uric acid problem instead of increase the uric acid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to look at your diet as a whole and not just say that look at just one thing, isn't it? I'm going to let you answer Evan Koo's question. Is it true that males shouldn't consume too much soy protein as it will increase estrogen?
Yeah, I mean, I personally have been taking a lot of soy products myself.
Okay. Joke, but everybody, you listen to his voice. Does that sound like an estrogen-based voice? Okay, now a bit. Now you sound like you did. Okay, yeah, go. Sorry, go on.
No, but I mean, obviously, we'll defer to the expert. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, just from my layman understanding, that actually the increase, the risk may be more on females of excessive phytoestrogen. But Miss Chai, do correct me if I'm wrong, and would be good to hear your views too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's an issue lah. I think what Evan Koo is trying to get at is that he's worried that if he takes too much soy protein, he'll turn into a girl lah. But Tom, are you turning into a girl?
So far, okay.
So far, okay. although you're hugging the carrot, okay. Yeah, I mean, Mong Ping, do you want to say something about phytoestrogen?
It's a good question. Phytoestrogen is one of the phytonutrients also. It's good for our health instead of give a harm to our body. So actually, phyto is in between. If you compare estrogen with phytoestrogen actually help us to prevent cancer. But estrogen, of course, we know nowadays due to for the production purpose. So many farmers, they put a lot of antibiotic and also some growth factor or maybe some hormone to the animal. So actually, if you're taking too much animal food, you get much more estrogen from the animal food. That's why in contrast, if you're taking a lot of plant-based food, you take the soya product, you get the phytoestrogen from the plant-based. Actually, it help you to prevent cancer instead of promote the cancer.
Okay. So
Is it true that females can't take too much soy product?
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
It's a long mindset.
Okay. So I think we have something which is interesting. Minnie Pang is asking, can each of the guests share his or her daily plant-based diet? What is your breakfast, lunch, and dinner? So can you share your menu? Maybe, Tom, since you are a practitioner, what do you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner on a typical day?
Yeah. Breakfast, I do eat eggs. So a couple of eggs, and come lunch, I will tapao, and that usually consists of from a protein perspective, that would be eggs and tofu as well, and veg, obviously.
You tapao from where?
Well, thankfully near my workplace there are a few chap pan places, and there's even a vegetarian chap pan stall.
I see. So you just go
Yeah.
to the normal chap fan store, but you order the vegetables lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And dinner, if I'm back home, cook really simple meals. Pastas are very versatile. You can easily
Pasta.
yeah
Okay.
do
Alright.
vegetarian
Okay.
versions of that.
Okay. Okay. If not, you give some vegetables to Ma, and then Ma cook it for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about yourself? What is your typical breakfast, lunch, and dinner like?
Normally, I will prepare my breakfast myself. I will take the oats with some nuts and seeds. When, if possible, if the berries is available in the grocery store, I just buy some and then put in my breakfast.
Wow. Okay.
It's a rich fiber nutrients.
Yeah.
Rich food.
Okay. Cool. I do know some people who like to eat berries as well.
Berries are
very
give you a
good.
lot of antioxidants.
Yeah, many different colors also. Isn't
Yes,
it?
colourful.
Yeah. So like what? Blueberries, strawberries.
Strawberries, no.
Strawberries, no.
Not my favorite.
Oh, why? Too sour.
A bit, yes.
A bit.
It's a bit sour for me.
Okay. And then lunch.
Lunch, I try to cook myself also. I will make sure that the suku separuh concept.
Yeah.
I will make sure that 1/4 of my plate is full of the whole grains, means rice. Of course, I will take the brown rice. And then 1/4 of my plate is a protein source. It's either you can take chickpeas, you can take tofu and any soya product like tapao, or some people will take some pujuk, typical Chinese dishes lah. And then of course the vegetables will be half of my plate.
Yep.
You're full of half my plate, yeah.
Only half, man. I thought would be like
Yes.
99% of your plate.
Oh no.
No, vegetables as in okay. I understand what
half
you
of my
mean.
plate, yes.
Okay.
Then for my dinner lah.
Yeah. So what do you eat for dinner just now?
Just now I have no time to cook, so I just
!aiyo!
tapao lah. I just go to the veggie store and then get some rice and then tempeh and sweet potato leaves. Yeah.
And all of you, we have a question also from Xue Wei. So hello, Bang Xiang Wei, how are you? All the way in East Malaysia. Asking about whether it's possible to lose weight with a plant-based diet. I think you look at the two practitioner here. Move the carrot to the side. Yeah, both also very slim one. Both very slim. I'm the fattest one here. Yeah. Well, if I put my hands out like this, I look like a 8-arm Buddha or something like that. Okay, so definitely I think it's going to be healthier if your aim is to lose weight. I think with a plant-based diet is also achievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you were saying that there was this 21-day thing that Suchi was organizing. You want to share a bit about that?
Yeah, it's a very good program because we organize things because due to the MCO, many people stay at home. They work from home. So this comes from one of our medical team doctor. They come up with this idea that why don't we just organize some program to encourage people to take more vegetarian food. That's why we have this program we call 21 Days Healthy Challenge.
Yep.
So the participants, they need to commit themselves in this program. They need to take the whole food plant-based diet for 21 days.
Why 21? Why not?
Because normally our
28?
body, they need some time to adjust their taste bud and also their body to suit themselves to this new diet. And amazingly, you can find that after 21 days when they do the blood test, because they do before and after. So before the program started, they will do the blood test. They check their cholesterol, their sugar level, and also their body weight. Then of course, when until the end of the program, they will get some reward also. Let's say they get the best prize for whoever lose the most weight and whoever get the best result, they can get the reward.
Wow, is it a carrot pillow?
No. Some healthy product.
Okay, some healthy product.
Yes,
okay,
healthy
cool.
food.
Okay, we do have a few more questions. I'm so sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. Kira Zabri is asking, some people don't want to take soy-based food because soy is genetically modified. Can you comment on this, please? I think Thomas Tan, genetically modified soy protein, good or bad?
I'm not. I'm not too sure in the first instance whether all soy products is genetically modified.
Yeah.
But I mean, certainly from my personal experience, no issues.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think genetic modification is like sounds very scary, but I think many of our ancestors have been grafting from one plant to another plant to improve certain characteristics, etc.
Yep.
So like uh, for durian, for example, Musang King is Musang King because you slowly select out certain features lah. You want the seed to be small, you want the flesh to be creamy, so you end up with Musang King, which is I think D. Can you remember what it is? I think it's D199 or D198 Musang King. That means I think D24, right?
Yeah.
Then D24, 25, 26, 27. So D1 Musang King I think is D198. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, if you're watching this, or Pa, if you're watching this. So it's been modified already lah, in a way,
Yeah.
but not sort of in a lab or something. Basically, people are actually grafting and slowly taking this plant, etc., to sort of modify it lah.
Yeah,
I
because
think it's not.
you can derive favorable characteristics from uh, uh, different plants, disease susceptibility and all that without genetic modification.
Okay. I mean, it's leading on to our next section, which is like pros and cons of a plant-based diet, and we have lots of questions coming through. Will, cool, thank you once again for your question. Now this one is really important, Mong Ping, because Will says he tried pure plant-based diet for 2 months. His hemoglobin dropped from 13 to 9. That means he dropped his red blood count, okay, from 13 to 9. What do you suggest to consume to encourage my red blood cell production? That means if he wants to go back onto plant-based dieting again, but he doesn't want to, I think he probably would have felt tired, etc. as well, when his hemoglobin dropped like that. What is your advice?
First of all, I will advise him to see a doctor first because his sudden
Drop like
reduction, drop of the hemoglobin should maybe
In
is
2
due
months,
to other
there's
medical
some other
condition.
things going on, right? Yeah.
Because I
Okay.
got many friends that practice vegetarian diet, but so far they don't have this
They
kind
don't
of
drop.
problem.
Okay, but in general,
Yes.
if he wants to maintain his red blood cell, just say let's say he didn't drop,
Yes.
but what's your advice to people who maybe already have say anemia or other reasons okay, like heavy periods or they're thalassemia, etc. But they want to adopt a plant-based lifestyle. What are certain foods and certain things you can encourage them to take?
I mean, normally for those who got iron deficiency problem, they will suffer from anemia. So the iron you can get iron from some plant-based food, for example, like beans, green leafy vegetables, nuts and seeds, and then some molasses. It's a very good sugar. And then some dry fruits. They are good source of iron.
Yep.
Then one more thing is because for some people that about heme and non-heme iron.
Okay, yeah.
So most of the I think the plant-based food will provide you the non-heme iron, which is not so easily be absorbed into our body. So to make the absorption be easier, you need to add on one more thing is called vitamin C.
Okay.
So other than this, the food I mentioned just now, you can take more orange, citrus food. Just now we playing again. There are more the vitamin C can increase the iron absorption.
Okay. Yep. Definitely. Tom, do you struggle with this issue?
Yes, in all honesty, I do take a B12 supplement.
Okay.
And otherwise, yeah, there is a tendency to feel anemic.
Okay, so the B12 supplement, you mean you take a tablet lah?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Is it a plant-based tablet?
I'm not sure. Is there one?
Because sometimes people worry about the gelatin capsule.
Yeah.
So is it a capsule or a tablet?
Capsule.
Capsule ada. Okay lah, but you're not so strict. Shui is asking, can a plant-based diet help reduce my cholesterol? I mean, I think that one's quite an easy question.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. Now we come to a very important part. Because both of you are plant-based practitioners, so you're quite pro. in that you are very, very keen on promoting plant-based dieting, etc. But are there any cons to any disadvantages to a plant-based diet that you can think of from different perspectives? I got my own thoughts, but I would like to hear your thoughts. Maybe Tom, start with you. Pros and cons of a plant-based diet.
Well, I mean, I'll just mention two cons. I think one we just spoke about, right? Lack of B12, lack of iron, and so you do have to supplement. At least for myself.
Mm.
And the second one, which might not seem like a major issue, would definitely be the social aspect of things.
Yeah.
I mean, because yes, actually Malaysia is actually quite conducive because a lot of Buddhists, a lot of Indians, they are vegetarians. But in the broader scheme of things, I mean, when you hang out with friends who are not, when you go to restaurants these days, yeah, they some are just not entirely catered to this diet.
Yeah. So like when they invite you to go to steakhouse, etc., it's pretty tough
Yeah.
lah. Okay. Your perspective, Mong Ping?
Of course, because just like I mentioned, starting from last year, I try to avoid dairies and also eggs. So I have concern for my vitamin B12, and also vitamin D, because there are two vitamins that cannot get. It's very hard to get from the plant food. That's why I try to do some sourcing to get some supplement also. Other than that, maybe some people have concern for whether they get enough like calcium, protein, iron, vitamin D, vitamin B12, just as I mentioned. These are all the things is their concern. They worry about whether they can get enough this kind of nutrients from the plant-based food or not.
Okay. Are there any of your clients or your patients who you would say that you would not encourage a plant-based diet for yourself? But basically, you work in Suchi. I think everyone there more or less is plant-based dieting, I suppose. But are there anybody where you've sort of said that, oh, cannot? Not yet.
I agree that some people they not really get a very clear picture about what they can eat, what they cannot eat. That's why they try to go back to the standard Malaysia diet lah.
Yeah.
So let's say that's why education is very important for those. That's why we got this talk. I'm very grateful to have got this chance to join this talk, because we can try to share our experience and share with all of you how to eat healthy by taking the plant-based food. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Fantastic. Okay, so I don't think we have any more questions coming in. I think it's been great. I do apologize if you send in a question and we didn't manage to get the answer out to you, but I think we've had a great episode today. Any final thoughts on plant-based dieting? Start again with you, Tom.
No, and I thanks again for and I'm really glad I got this opportunity. I hope everyone can give it a go, and I've certainly personally learned a lot myself from Miss Chai. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You've been a great guest. Shared a lot of what do you call this? Yeah. You have some final thoughts, some final slides that you want to share with us?
I think I really would like to share this on the slide, because this is
if you can get it on.
Yeah, this is a very amazing result. There's
Okay.
health benefit for the plant-based diet.
Yeah.
So you can see from the slide, this is a research done by Dr. Eran in US.
Yeah.
It's a 5 years research. So his patient joined his research. So initially, this patient got very serious coronary disease.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
after he joined this doctor program, so after 30 months, they practice the plant-based diet. He's very happy because he see this result in the angiogram. So it's a lot of improvement. You can see the artery already open.
Yep.
So initially in 1996, the artery is very small, become very small size. But after 32 months practicing the plant-based diet, you can see the artery already open.
Absolutely.
That's why we call this is it's not a magic. It's really evidence based. It's evidence based. And then if you take in the plant-based diet, you can really reverse the coronary disease, the heart disease. Yes.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much. Yeah. And yeah, if any of you want to reach out for further advice from these two plant-based practitioners, I think you can get Tom on Instagram, Purple Green Smile.
Yep.
Yep. And to reach you through Suchi, or you're nodding your head, not quite sure. Do you have a Facebook or Instagram page that you want to?
I only got Facebook.
You only got Facebook, yeah, none of this IG, right? Okay, yeah, but I think you can get in touch with the show, and the show can get in touch with you, lah. Okay, all right. So with that, thank you very much to all of you. I hope it's been an informative session, and those of you who wish to sort of take on a plant-based diet have learned a little bit more. We will be saying good night for tonight, and our next episode, I want to announce, will be sometime in the middle of April, I think on the 13th of April, and it's got an interesting title. It's called Snooze to Lose. You need to sleep properly if you want to lose weight. So I can't wait for that particular episode. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Thank you to my two guests. Mong Ping, you've been great, very informative. And Tom, you've been Tom lah. Okay. All right. So good night, everybody. Bye. Hey, my hand disappeared.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 0, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
9, 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.